through the harbor. Nice day for a boat ride, I think. The harbor with a nice top hat and a cane. I think you may have noticed him before if you work here around. Yeah, but that guy's name is François, or he was. That guy was François. And he is basically one of the founding fathers we have here in Malmö. Yeah, the harbor has been here for since forever. But he was the one who actually industrialized it. He made it like a big harbor for Sweden. Important harbor. It was actually so important that he is actually the first person that became a statue in Sweden that wasn't a king or a queen. And this bridge here in front of us is actually named after him as well. So it was a big thing here in Malmö. It's not really what it once was. Or do we have any from Denmark on the boat? Yeah? No? No one? Okay, cool. Then we can say whatever we want about the Danish. Cool. Very cool. Yeah, no, we actually love the Danish down here. We have a complicated relationship, but we're actually Danish longer than we've been Swedish actually one time. Yeah, we're going to drive past some older buildings from that area, so I'm gonna go in it a little bit later. But yeah, I said we're going to the harbor, short trip here. So, but yeah, as you can see every day, there's not much activity left here in this harbor. And yeah, this is basically the only boat that's actually traveling the harbor today, this tour boat. But founded there's a saying in Copenhagen. They say, "Keep Copenhagen clean, carry a Swede to the ferry." We're so proud of it, of course. Yeah, no, man, listen, we worked hard for that reputation, let me tell you. In the old days, we worked hard for it. We worked hard. Well, things has changed, of course. I think... No, he don't want to sit. He likes standing up. Look, I gotta say... Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. That's good. Leave his birthday, man. That was good. Yeah, good. Well, you know, in the old days, he was pretty famous for building very unsafe buildings that fall down all the time. So that might have been one of the last times we actually got to see it. So it's good if you took a photo. Keep it. Might be one of the last ones. But yeah, he designed this building for us, and in his imagination, it's supposed to be an upper body in motion that is turning, so like a turning torso. So yeah, like I said, he must have a huge imagination. Personally, I think it looked like toilet paper stacked on top of each other. A big pie, like, that's what I see. But yeah, I guess he's to his own, I guess. Something at all. But yeah, they got pretty upset with him, Hillsway. They went after him hard in the media. They didn't like this at all. But on the 10-year anniversary of the house being built, they actually allowed 10 people to base jump from the building, completely legal. So yeah, it's the same old story with companies don't like something and then they realize it's great PR and then they love it. So yeah.
When we go past WMU, can you go a bit slow? They're gonna take our picture from the bridge.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's the old Harbor Masters building. Yeah.
That building here on the right of the side of the canal. Yeah, do you guys know what it's for or the meaning behind it? No? It's actually a Swedish artist named called Fredrik Reuterswärd, and he actually made it when his friend John Lennon was shot in 1980. And yeah, that's supposed to be the gun that Mark Chapman actually used to execute John Lennon. I can only guess he didn't have the nut on it when he fired the real one, but I don't know, like it might. But yeah, there are a lot of these around the world, 30, 40 pieces of those, and yeah, the biggest one is outside the UN headquarters in New York. Should we all strike like a pose? Standing in Malmö, this is the green one here. And yeah, it's made in the middle of the 1800s.
1885.
And they actually used to open this bridge. If you look in the wheelhouse here to the right, you can see where it actually swings open. It doesn't open vertically; it swings open.
Full stop.
Let's look ahead. Back, in front.
To the building you live in. Yeah, but that actually won an award a few years ago as the ugliest modern addition to a classical old building. Yeah, so yeah, congratulations to that architect. Okay, I was just informed that everybody on the boat liked that building. I'm very sorry I made you laugh about that. That was not a confirmation that you agreed what I said, yeah, because they laughed. It's actually supposed to represent how music looks when you're traveling in through your ear and goes around your head. So, yeah, this, I don't, do you know the artist?
Yes, the artist is, it's not really what it is. It's actually the description of to make your Swedish income declaration, if you look at it. Or it could be the technical department of MALMO, your city planning. There's a lot of holes in that too, isn't there? Or is your feeling after a day at MALMO's tour eating some kebab? I don't know what restaurant you have in school, but it could be after that one too. Or is your mind after this tour? There's many ideas for that. It's up to your own ideas, of course. Watch the side of it here. You can see there are small portholes all over the building here. Yeah, that's where the cannons used to be pointed outwards. Yeah, to be able to defend against the coastline and yeah, since the wars between Denmark and Sweden had started back then. So yeah, it was necessary then. But 1658, Sweden took Skåne the final time. And yeah, when it did, they of course also took Malmö and the castle here. But when they did, they were actually more afraid of the local people here. Because yeah, we were happy Danish people one day, drinking beer, having fun, like in Copenhagen. And the next day was supposed to be straight and Swedish and, you know, behave. So yeah, they weren't too sure that would be the case. So what they did was they took all these cannons pointing this direction. And they also actually tore down a whole neighborhood in front of the castle. And then they pointed the guns straight into the city instead. So yeah, so we wouldn't get any ideas of like running up there and yeah, putting everybody to the sword or something for the Danish. And this comes back to the story when Sweden wanted to include this Skåne a bit. So what they did was they started to build things for the Swedish King Oscar II. Among other things, the King's Park here. 120 different trees they planted for him, everything for his honor. And the building in front of us, the casino today, there was actually a restaurant back in the end of the 1800s. And yeah, it was called the King's Park Restaurant. And all of this and a few other buildings around Malmö, we all built for the Swedish King Oscar II. To get him to come down here, celebrating Swedish and so forth. And yeah, the only problem with the plan was that you can't force a king to do anything. So he actually never came down here anyway. So yeah, the name here is just remnants of what we tried to do here. But yeah, they never could get him down here. But yeah, we actually got some revenge on him because the King Park here, it was actually the name back then King Oscar Park, and we just scrubbed the name out. Like, he never showed up anyway, so why should he have the park name after him? Yeah. I can't see it because it's behind the bush, but I think that you all have noticed that what Lino said, that is Swedifying of this region is a long process. If you've seen the flag that goes all over here, the yellow and red flag, you do notice it all over. So, well, it's a strong indication that we're half Danish and half Swedish down here. And who knows, maybe the future will be red and white again as the Danes taking over Malmö, as we already learned, because they're rich, the bastards. But anyhow, let me tell you, when the Swedes took over that castle in 1658, they actually made it into a prison. And that remained a prison all up into the beginning of the 1900s. But I like to tell you about, there were prisoners there actually in the Danish regime as well. And there's one guy that's pretty spectacular to me. You see, in the mid-1500s, a guy named Frederick, second king of Denmark, he was out cruising with his boat outside the coast of Norway, where he found a boat in need, a stranded boat or something. And on the boat, he found a guy that was named Lord Earl of Bothwell. I don't know how educated you are on this guy, but that was actually Mary Queen of Scots' third husband. The third husband, he was on the run for killing her second husband, Lord Darnley. And Frederick found the guy up by Norway and said, hey, listen, I can get some money for this guy. And he carried him all the way from Norway down to Malmo, held him prisoners for 5 years, trying to squeeze Elizabeth I for some ransom money for this dude. But then I thought of it, you know, I mean, listen, imagine it, in the mid-1500s, that would have been 5 years to get that message, right? That would have been like a 2-minute phone call today, wouldn't it? Yeah. You know, it's obvious, isn't it? Like he called Elizabeth, say, hey, Elizabeth, it's me, it's Frederick. Who, you know, King of Denmark. Oh, yeah, what you know, remember you used to date me. Yeah, I used to date you, yeah. You said you want to be married to England instead of me. Yeah, I know who you are. What you want? Listen, I found this guy, Bothwell. I found him out there by Norway. I want some money for him. Bothwell. Yeah, Mary's third husband. Listen, I don't care about that man. You can have him. I don't care. I already got his wife here. I'm about to kill her. Yeah? Well, yeah, I don't want, you can keep him. I don't care, but give me some money. You know, let's go back and forth like this conversation. And today would have taken 2 minutes. Imagine in the 1500s. Every time this back and forth, somebody could catch a boat from Malmo to England, ride 6 horses, go cross the Peary and then back again with the answer back and forth. You know what I mean? Yes, that's why it took 5 years, of course. With a horse, he's Danish. You know what he's going to make. A naked lady, right? We, of course, were, shocked and very angry about this, and we put her in the park where she belongs. Now, I do have to tell you, she has the smoothest boobs in Malmo, because that is the only place this statue is not green. On the boobs, and because we are filing them down on a regular basis. Anyhow, occasion of political games. Yes, this is a real political games of Sweden, because in Sweden, as a change from many other countries, the state, they are controlling all the gambling and all the drinking, with an alcohol monopoly and this thing here. Well, this gives all of you a golden opportunity, that with a clear conscience, you can provide to society, to all the little sick people at hospitals and children at preschool, by drinking and gambling as hard as you can while you're here. So drink and party with a clear conscience. Everything go back into society for the needed people. Taxman. That's why they did it. The reason is because that year we had something called the Baltic Exhibition. A huge industrial fair that was showing inventions, stuff like that. Boring thing, but they brought in 1 million people here, and it was only 100,000 people living here. So that's why so much of the infrastructure was changed. So remember that year, you could walk around, point at things and sound like an expert. It's good. Up here, the coat of arms, the griffin, that is given to us by Eric of Pomerania in 1437. It's a mixture between an eagle and a lion, and it sounds like this. Yeah, it's a great animal. It tastes really good as well. Back in the old days, when Eric of Pomerania ruled the lands here, of course the griffin was a free bird, and you could find him early in the morning. So now we are coming in to a southern tax gate. This was the main entrance in and out of the city in the medieval days. It used to be like where the center used to be, and it still is. It's the main shopping street. And as Lino already mentioned to you, we are socially handicapped in Sweden because we don't know how to talk to each other without a water piano in the water. And that's actually a fountain. You can press any buttons, water spray up in the air. That works 24/7, people. Give a big round of applause for Malmo Nightlife. Nightlife of Malmo. We have the water fountain. Yeah, Malmo, go! Yeah, hello. I'll give the microphone to Lino again, who can tell all about what he's going to do on his birthday. Tell him what you're going to do on 6. Yeah, that was close, but now it's 4. Yeah, you're right. It's 6. It's 6-sided, and yeah, so it's a 6-sided round church. And yeah, the reason for it being round is so everybody can be equally close to the priest when they have a service. So yeah,
we were Protestant a long time here in Scandinavia, so yeah, I think that's it's a core of this belief system in the that every. It's a spontaneous collective artwork or some kind. But yeah, there are stories of why they are. The MALMO. Yes, we're really showing those Americans who's the boss, don't we? Yeah, those Americans, they have nothing on us in Malmo. Yeah, we have a saying here in Malmo and it goes like this. If you've seen Malmo, you have seen the world. Har du sett Malmo, har du sett världen. Yeah. Normal meters, but people remember these are Malmo meters, and this is the Malmö view. You are seeing the best city of all. Give a round of applause for Malmö, the greatest city of all. That shuts down 9 o'clock every Friday night. Thank you so much for coming on the tour. The city with nothing to see, that we blow everything out of proportions completely. Okay. Serena, dopo la tempesta, dell'aria fresca, paraia la festa, che bella cosa una giornata e sole. And now everybody go. Yes, here we go. No, you're not go. That's what was going to explode. We love you so much. Thank you so much for coming on tour. Welcome back anytime. Thank you, Lena. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to all you too. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we're also going to do the Italian docking, which means the captain is going to leave first, so stay seated until I count left the door. So stay seated, do not get off.